Hey, Todd Berry from toddberry.com, and today is an exciting day for me. It's launch day. The blueprint process is available today, but I'll talk about that later because I got an important message for you today about being an awesome presenter. You want to be an awesome presenter, right? I mean, everybody's like, yeah, I'd love to be able to be super effective and duplicatable and sit with people and share the presentation. They'd be great. Okay, so I'm going to help you do that because I became an awesome one. Again, coming back from this background of a low self-esteem and not being a salesperson. So I became an awesome one because I quit worrying about presenting. Like, wait, Todd, wait a minute. What do you mean by that? It's exactly what I mean. Stop worrying about being a presenter, right? The second phase in the process after the contact is information and essentially what you would call the presentation. But who wants a presentation, right? Who wants someone to present to them? Now, if you want to become really good at standing in front of a room and delivering a presentation, that's a great skill to develop. It's not necessary to be successful in the business, but it's a great skill to develop. It can serve you lots of places in your life. And I developed that skill. I just don't use it and haven't used it for 20 some years in building the business because you don't need to. And that's not as duplicatable. Okay. So essentially, again, this is one of those things where even what I teach in the process, I taught backwards. In other words, I did it, I learned it, I created it as I went. I was effective in doing it. I sponsored like crazy. I built teams like crazy. And then I looked back and went, oh, that's what I did. And then I could teach it because I broke down what I did so that people could do the same thing. And it works. And so same thing here. So first thing is, I'm going to apply this to, being in the presentation conversation. So the bottom line is the person is interested in learning what you have to offer. All right. So that's the bottom line. That's already happened. Okay. You've had either through an invitation by phone and you're now on a phone appointment or a Skype appointment or you're one-on-one with someone, or maybe even, you might have a half dozen people there. It doesn't matter for what I'm going to teach you. So specifically though, over on my fan page today is going to be a little training on, depending on when you watch this, it's either already happened or it will happen at a certain time today, where I'm going to talk about how you position this conversation through your interaction with the person. I teach that skillfully, how you do it. It's pretty cool and really puts you in a great position. But then the next piece is what you say when it's your time to share. And so for you to understand the power of this, you got to understand the difference between critical listening and emotional involvement. See, those are the two things that you have to choose from, really. So when someone chooses to do a pure presentation, right? And so I'm going to stand up, I'm going to show you all the reasons why this is great and debunk everything else, and you're going to be watching my presentation or hearing me talk, and you're going to be analyzing critically what I say. That's how it works, right? Because at this point, you are in a sales presentation. That's how it feels to you. You're in a sales presentation and I'm giving you one, which means what? You automatically have resistance because you don't actually want to be sold. Doesn't mean you don't want to buy, but you don't want to be sold. So you automatically have resistance. And here's the challenge. And again, anybody can become highly skilled at this if they want to work at it. I'm just saying you don't need to. The issue is that people are going to be listening to everything you say about the topic based on what they know, right? Based on their life, their experiences, their knowledge, right? And do people like to be wrong? No, they don't. And so if they don't know something, their first thing isn't to jump up and go, I didn't know that. It's to go, that's probably not true. Because I don't know it, right? That is how people are wired. And so they're locked into being right. They want to stay right. And so at some point in your presentation, you're going to say stuff they don't know. And if it's in a presentation style, they're critically listening. They can look for how they disagree. They could disagree. Oh, so you say that's a statistic. I don't buy that, right? Because that's what's happening in their brain. They're critically listening. So that's what a presentation does. Again, You can become masterful in it. You can learn how to do it incredibly effectively, and it doesn't matter. You got really good at it. I'm just saying you don't have to, right? You don't have to if you do what I teach you. So the second thing I mentioned was emotional involvement, which is the way we watch TV or read a book or hear a story, okay? And that's the lynch here. The nugget here is the story. Because when we hear a story, we don't listen critically. We listen interestingly, right? We also tend to be self-involving. It's the nature of how our brains are wired, right? If I say I was walking down the beach with my wife, you don't just hear those words. You don't just see them graphically go across your forehead. You envision something relative to a beach. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's you. I don't know. But bottom line is you're kind of on the beach. Right? You're immediately on the beach. You can't help it. It's how your brains work, and your brain's wired that way. And so essentially, when you hear a story, you become emotionally involved. And you become emotionally involved because you're putting yourself in it. You might not actually be in it acting, but you're in it close up. You're seeing it in the way that you see it. And so you're totally open to where the story goes. Whereas over in the critical listening side, you're resisting, right? You're defending. But over here, you're totally open. You can discover stuff that you didn't know, and it's safe because you're in the story learning. It's just so cool and so easy to do. And so I teach that because that is magnetic. It attracts people. They love it. They can discover things and find out they were wrong about something without you telling them they were wrong, or you presented them information where they have to admit they were wrong to the information. They can discover it at the same time and go, wow, that sounds pretty cool. Tell me more about that, right? It's just unbelievable. That's how it works. And so, I don't like selling. I love helping people, but I don't like selling. It's just not me. I like to serve people. And so I've learned that you do my approach the way I teach, and you tell a story the way I teach, and I don't care who you are. You can sponsor your face off if you'll do it enough, because unless what you have isn't very good, right? If you've got a decent offer, you're going to have results. You can't help it because people are going to feel comfortable enough, and they're going to learn what they need to learn, and they're going to feel good about it. And so, the structure of the story, right? The problem, the journey, how you discovered it, what attracted you, and your experience. Those are the 5 pieces to a story. You learn to tell those pieces the right way with the right mentoring, the right teaching, and you will become a master in a presentation without ever having to give one. Trust me, that's how it works. And so that's the nugget I wanted to give you today, is that you become a master presenter by telling your story right, by positioning it. So check out my fan page video later, unless you're seeing this later in the day, and then that's already happened. Or just practice your story. Now, I teach the story really, really deep. Really, really deep. I teach every piece of it in depth. I think the module on that is quite long in my new digital training. As I mentioned, today is launch day. It's an exciting day for me. I've never launched a pure digital product. So I'm really excited about it because, I want to help millions of people. And I'm just one guy. I'm a regular guy who's got a lot of experience here, and I've had a lot of success and helped a lot of people because I know how important it is, the real stuff is. And the best way I can do that is to create things that expand the reach. And here's something that you can use and your teams can use, and it will only help you build. I was talking to an expert, and I'm just going to take you through some stuff here so you have some understanding about what's available to you. Not from a sales perspective, because I don't like selling. I'm just telling you about this awesome thing. So I was talking to a digital product expert in the industry a couple of months ago. It's after I'd already created the content, and when he heard how much content, he's like, "So what are you going to market this for? $297, meaning 297?" And I'm like, "No. I started with nothing, and I want to serve the people who are bootstrapping, right? The everyday person who, is just going to get out there and grow their way into success. I want to serve those people, and just like me, people like me. And so I priced this incredibly low, incredibly low, so that more people could have access to it, because I know it'll be life-changing. And so when I first did it, I thought it was just going to be these 4 video modules, which total over 2.5 hours of content. But then we decided to give a bunch of bonuses for the initial, well, actually for the release in general. And so not only will you get the 4 video modules, but you'll also get, and the training is called the Blueprint Process, the Blueprint Process for creating a long-term successful network marketing business from scratch. All right, so it'll serve you if you're day 1, it'll serve you if you're year 2 or 5 or 7, depending on where you are in your journey. If you haven't had some success in the industry, this will help you get it. And if you have had some success, this will dramatically expand your ability to teach. You'll learn so many things that you can use to serve different parts of the population in building your business. But anyway, so it was 4 training modules that were over 2.5 hours of video content. And then we decided to do also, to give it to you in MP3 so that you could download it and also be able to hear it, because repetition is huge. I mean, that's how I learned to become so good, is doing, right? And through the personal development, listening, doing, right? And so we put all the content on MP3s for you that we're giving you as a bonus. We're also giving you as a bonus what we call the Blueprint Process Workbook. That'll be like a companion that'll let you work some of the exercises, workshop some of the stuff that's in there to help you be more effective and have it in front of you. We're also giving you as a bonus the 6 Decisions for Success CD, which is not in the CD, but in MP3. This is an awesome personal development. I've taught this all over the world, from college kids to entrepreneurs, and it is like a formula for getting yourself into a space to succeed. I've even modified it and teach it in leadership to major corporations. So you get that CD, and also as a bonus you get the 6 Decisions workbook, which allows you to workshop again some of the stuff that is really tremendously helpful for you. And then we're giving you the 27 phrases in an ebook. So it's an amazing offer, and you get all of that right now, right? But from now until Friday at midnight Pacific time, you get all that for $37, not including, that's $37 US dollars. You can adjust that for, whatever your currency is. And your VAT tax. So it's the US price of $37. I can't say exactly what it will be depending on where you are in the world. This is the English only version. We will be coming out with other versions in the near future. But from now till Friday, you get it for $37. You get all that for $37. And then the price will go to $47 after that. So, I mean, that's an unbelievable value. If you click the link above or below this video, it will take you directly to the page that has all the layout and shows you everything that you get. And I'm really, really excited for this. And so, I ask you to share with as many people as you can. I want to help as many people as I possibly can. And so, let me help you by sharing this. And then everybody wins. All right. So, hey, thank you so much for being here. And I hope you take me up on the offer and you love the product. All right. Thanks for being here. See you later.